Okay, so yeah, I'm Alasdair from Valkyrian. I'm here with Darkstira, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
Just a few questions out of the, why else am I here? So how's I believe this is your first proper tour as a band. How's it going for you?
Yeah, well, it is our first proper tour and it's going unbelievably well. Most of the shows have been selling out, so it's just been unbelievable, So tonight's almost sold out again. It's like 700 capacity or something, and it's an awesome venue. So we're having a really good time, and the gigs are awesome. So when your phone's on.
No, that's actually my pocket submarine.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Want a beer? One beer.
I'll grab you a beer.
Edit.
An Australian drinking Foster's just to get that one.
It's only because it's free.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So, have there been any sort of highlights thus far?
Well, last night was probably the most fun of the shows so far. It was our singer's birthday, so Hailstorm and Claim the Throne came on stage halfway through with like a massive pizza with a candle in it and cake and dressed as horses. But I know like the crowd reacted really well to us last night, and we felt like we put in a pretty good show and stuff. So last night was definitely great. But we're sort of as the tour progresses, we're sort of trying to raise the bar and get better as we go along. So, but yeah, the last couple of gigs definitely have been great.
Well, obviously a great band. I got the album as soon as it came out. I pre-ordered it. Absolutely brilliant album, I have to say. What are your sort of plans for the next one, and like when would you be considering doing that?
Well, we're sort of looking at recording our second album around September or October. We've actually started writing for it already and demoing some songs and stuff. And we, like every band always says this, but we feel like your material is stronger, I think that the first album's a strong record, but you can just sort of, like it's a document of maybe the last 2 or 3 years of the band. So we've got a couple of songs that are, from previous EPs, and then your material. It all fits really well on the album, we feel, but you can just sort of tell, like for example, with the last 3 songs, maybe possibly we're thinking about bringing the sound in terms of developing it and whatnot. So yeah, we're just looking to further hone our sound really with the next album and just focus more on some aspects and less on others, and just sort of bring it forward and keep developing as best we can musically, But yeah, we're already thinking quite a lot about what we're going to do with the next album. So, but it won't be more of the same. It'll be bringing it on a step further, hopefully.
Awesome, definitely looking forward to that. So, where do you sort of find your influence most with regards to sort of lyrics and music?
Well, I guess when the band started out and I was first writing lyrics, I was quite young and sort of maybe taking influence from Celtic mythology and this kind of thing, because that's what I was into and really reading at the time. But then as the band progressed, I just found it more interesting to write about, things that I wanted to express or get across, or things that I found interesting, and maybe even just to tell a story about something. Just anything that interested me basically would be, I guess, an inspiration. So on the album, there's like some songs are sort of reference Celtic mythology, some of them more than others.
So like the Morrigan?
Yeah, like the Morrigan is probably the only song that's maybe explicitly just about a mythological tale and sort of like retelling that, Others sort of use the language and imagery of mythology, but to sort of, tell another kind of story or get something else across. But it's the same for anybody who writes lyrics. They take influence from, film, books, literature, life, or something that happened to them last night or something, so just whatever interests me.
Well, that's awesome. Just how important is like your home country Ireland in the music? I mean, like bands that like Primordial, who you're quite clearly pretty influenced by.
We're wearing a t-shirt, but
amazing band to be influenced by. But like they're very sort of proud of their heritage and that. How does that relate to you guys?
I suppose, similar to Primordial, that, we grew up around traditional Irish folk music, so it's kind of in the air, if you like. And we, I suppose, took some of the influence of that in terms of maybe the melancholic atmosphere and some of the time signatures and rhythms. So we sort of maybe take influence from that aspect of it, but we bring it in a different direction to Primordial. You know, we sort of bring it into a more traditional heavy metal context, you know, more epic metal, you know, sort of clean soaring vocals and a lot of guitar harmonies, and we take more influence from Thin Lizzy and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, Matt?
Shady deals going on. Can't say this.
Yeah, he was lonely last night, so this is
He's still not giving me an all access pass.
yeah, so it's. I mean, it's not. You know, it's not hugely important. Like we're not like some ad for the tourist board walking around or something. You know, but I think where a band comes from is an influence upon them to a greater or lesser extent. And for us, the kind of Celtic vibe to the music, that's how it presents itself, you know. But it's not, we don't feel like it's hitting people over the head with it, you know. We feel like it's kind of woven into the music naturally. So
awesome. So there's some slightly less regular questions. Who, like, out of any musician, band, whatever, who would you like to most play alongside, either supporting or actually as part of the band?
Well, Iron Maiden are my favourite band, so that would also be a dream support tour, you know, to play and just see them for free every night. That would be incredible.
It'd be quite hard though. Apparently the support for Maiden is, you know, it's a hard slot to fill.
Yeah, well, I mean, Maiden fans are notoriously, you know, impatient with supports and stuff. I've seen a lot of bands boot off playing before Maiden, but that'd be cool. I mean, to be honest, you know, in terms of wanting to play in other bands, you know, I'm in this band because we're playing the kind of music that I want to play. If it wasn't really what I wanted to do, I wouldn't be playing it, you know. So this is exactly the kind of, we play exactly the kind of music that I want to play basically, and the rest of us want to play. But the tour's been going so well that if we could just tour all the time with Hailstorm and Claim the Throne, that would be amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah, go to that all the time. So you've recently released a music video for an Ancient Firebrands.
Yep.
Yeah. So interesting concept for the video. What was your experience of making that like?
It was a lot of work. It was actually my own production company that I formed with two other guys called Fastville. That made it, so I was involved in the whole inception of the production and, you know, trying to get it all organised and then on all the shoots and stuff. So, but it was cool. Basically, with that video, we wanted to do something a little bit different, and, you know, because the song has like sort of heavy, you know, mythological and pagan themes running through it. Even though it's not specifically about that to say, but we didn't want to, you know, it would have been easy for us to have a narrative which is like you know, like a bunch of druids and, you know, some sort of Stonehenge thing going on or something like that, but we really didn't want that. We wanted something kind of more contemporary, but which contained the themes of the song, you know. So that, like, I mean, the song's kind of about, you know, like primal instinct and desire. And that's kind of one of the themes running through the narrative of the video. So yeah, it was a lot of fun making it. We think it's quite cool. It's something different, you know. I mean, I suppose, you know, some people will just be like, oh, I'd rather just see the band playing, but that's what live videos are for, you know. So if you want, there's one up of that song up if you want to watch that. But it seems to be doing okay. It's getting quite a lot of views and stuff, so it's cool.
Yay! So. This is next one's probably again one you'd probably get asked a lot. What's the sort of best or worst gig you've ever played, and why?
One of the worst was like the second show of this tour actually.
Was that Stoke?
Yeah, because
everyone else has been saying
Stoke.
Stoke.
Same thing. Probably couldn't repeat on camera, but God, it was. I mean, just technical issues the whole way throughout the set. The guitar was cutting out. Couldn't hear anything just because the venue was not really capable of taking on the spec of the tour, which isn't even all that, you know, demanding really. But that was crap just because, you know, nothing was going right and I had to stop songs and this kind of thing. The best shows, some of the, like I say, some of the previous shows we've done a couple of days ago, last night, whatever, have been amazing. Like, and we actually supported Primordial for their DVD recording. So the DVD that came out, we were really opening that show. So that was that was sold out, and it was 50% of the crowd were from overseas and stuff. So that was one of her, and obviously Love Primordial as well, so that was one of her favourite shows. So
it's insane. Yeah. Another strange one. If you could resurrect one person from the dead, who would that be? And why?
Corthorn, just because it had more albums in them, you know. Just to see Bathory playing live would be awesome. But no, I don't know. Yeah, Rory Gallagher, who's a real shame that he died because he's just awesome, you know.
Fergus, do you have like a really outrageous band story? Like,
yeah, every band has loads. I was trying to think. When we played Germany, our singer nearly got mugged, and we all got lost in the industrial district with nowhere to go. Couldn't get a taxi, couldn't get out of there, no contact with anyone. We were almost on the streets that night because the promoter wasn't picking up the phone, and we were miles and miles away from the hotel in the Bavarian snow. And that was a complete disaster, but we got out of that one, but that was pretty memorable. And then I suppose we were involved in the tear gassing in Athens when we played there. Just because there was some riots kicking off around the like an anarchist district where the show was. Really cool festival actually, but yeah, some tear gas flowing over and it was a bit mental, so it was a bit surreal.
Absolutely brutal. Question cheap. Sort of final question, I think. Didn't write a whole lot. Is there any sort of philosophy that you live by, like a mantra or anything?
Well, I suppose just personally, for me it would be just figure out what you want to do and how you're going to achieve it, and then just do it. You know what I mean? I mean in terms of bands, just like, you know, too many bands are sort of coasted along, you know, not making the effort or putting effort in the right places to move on. Like it happens locally a lot, where bands just don't really go anywhere even though they've got a lot of talent and stuff.
Yeah.
So it annoys me because, to be honest, there's bands back home, you know, there's loads of guitarists better than me, there's probably bands that are, you know, have more raw talent than us, you know, but they're just maybe not breaking. So that annoys me basically, but I would, you know, just have the ambition and the grit and stuff just to make the moves and get out there, you know. That's really it. It's not really a philosophy, it's just me talking bullshit, but
to be honest, any advice for newer bands is obviously very much appreciated. Anyway, this has been Alasdair Dunn for Valkyrian Music, and this epic legend here. See you all next time. Bye!